Guys, we're in Minnesota at New Hope Arena. This is where Mighty Ducks 1 was filmed. Such an iconic barn. Let's see what this place is all about. Okay guys, so you walk through the opening doors and then you come in here and your body just starts to immediately tingle because you see that wooden ceiling and you know exactly where you are. This is where Mighty Ducks 1 was filmed.
Walt Disney Pictures presents Emilio Estevez.
Are we ducks or what?
The Mighty Ducks.
So another thing you notice as you're walking down these stairs, that little wooden watch area, you can see it in the background when Gordon Bombay, little Gordy Bombay at the beginning of the movie is about to take that penalty shot and Riley, that turd sandwich, is giving him such a hard time. So here we go, guys. There is the iconic NH logo. Gordy goes down here, he misses, and then he's on his knees like this. And then Riley's on the bench giving him like the hardest time. Have a soul, man. Like, come on, so gutless. He's just like this. This is where the Mighty Ducks play their final game against the Hawks years later. And this is where Charlie Conway also did the triple-dele. It all started here. Remember, he went. A lot of the arena has actually been preserved and looks similar to how it did in the movie, but there are some differences. First of all, this rink was built in 1975. And if you look at the glass now, obviously it's a lot higher because the New Hope High School team plays here. But if you remember the movie, the glass is so short. A bit of a fitness area behind the benches. So this bleacher area has now been turned into a dryland area, which is great. And if you see down there, there's a bunch of shooting pads for players to shoot on. But during the movies, obviously that glass wasn't there. They had massive bleachers. And that's where all of like the parents were staying, Charlie's mom, and Hans. If you actually look in the back too, you can see it says, "Welcome to New Hope Ice Arena." And that is actually in the movie, which is pretty cool. And also we were told that all the extras in the movie were just people in the town. They kind of just said, hey, show up. We want to get as many people as we can in this movie. And apparently they just showed up for 10 hours and had a blast doing it. It's like, it's just so insane being here. I can't explain it. Mighty Ducks is such a big part of what we do at BarDown, and we're getting an inside look right now. If you remember, the Ducks were on that bench, and then Riley, that turd sandwich, was on that bench. So guys, if you look at that far wall, you can see that old scoreboard is still there. They're just leaving it there. They don't use it anymore, but that whole wall, I believe, is covered by a massive American flag. And you can see on the side, I think there's a spotlight or a sign that says NH on it, obviously for New Hope. So much of this movie took place in the dressing rooms, and this is what the dressing rooms actually look like. Here is a dressing room in the arena, and it's very, you know, pretty simple. And you'll notice that this is not where the actual dressing room scenes from the movie were filmed. They were actually filmed at a middle school. That's just the way movies work. Some things are filmed in certain places. Only the actual ice part was filmed in here, none of the dressing room stuff. New Hope's boys high school teams play on this rink, but the girls teams actually play on a new rink on the other side. And the interesting thing about this rink is that it was actually made thanks to a grant that Disney gave New Hope for filming the movie here. So the other one has kind of more of like a charm where there's character. This rink, it's a bit newer, and honestly, some people will probably think it's nicer. It has a more modern feel. The scoreboards on the wall are a little newer. Let's check out what the varsity locker room looks like in here. Woo! Boys, it stinks in here. It's warm in here. This is pretty cool. You know, it just feels like your standard high school dressing room. I mean, I see some details up here. Who's the best baller on the team? Yeah? That's nice. We got one of these. Pretty nice. They're pretty clutch. And as you can see on the wall up here, there's a bunch of players who have, I guess, been through this very room, right? So that's pretty cool. Boys, you're living the dream right now. Keep it up. Hey, who's got the craziest hang on their cage? Come here. We gotta get a close read up. Turn to the side here. That's wild. Oh my goodness. Okay, so fellas, our understanding is that there used to be two very competitive high schools, and now they merged into one high school? Is that what happened?
It's going to.
It's going to. And it was the Hawks and the Falcons. And that's why you guys are just called the Wings, because that's something that you had in common. And what's interesting is that the Hawks obviously are they're the villains in the movies. Fellas, thanks for letting us come in. I think I need to take a shower now. It absolutely stinks in here. And I'll see you guys later. One thing that people forget is like, the Mighty Ducks movies are so ingrained in Minnesota. Like everything about it just has to do with Minnesota. People forget sometimes that everything in that movie like really just comes from here. Let's go upstairs to the watching area. Here's kind of like a Legends Row kind of deal. And a couple people stick out. Todd Richards, who went to the University of Minnesota, coached the University of Minnesota. Pretty epic. Jordan Leopold, he picked up some NHL games. Just a few. Very good player, Jordan Leopold. So one of the last things that we're gonna show you in this rink, they had to kind of pay tribute to the movie in some way, the history of New Hope Arena, okay? And here you can see the Mighty Ducks movie. So it says, Walt Pictures begins filming the Mighty Ducks. The addition of the South Rink, Certificate of Grant Award. I feel like if someone came to my local rink and was like, hey, can we film a movie here? I'd be like, yeah, do it for free. You don't need to get me another rink. But that's exactly what Disney did, and good on them for doing that. All right, guys, that wraps up things for us and New Hope Arena. This place played such a crucial role in so many hockey fans' lives. And to be here, where it all went down, where Charlie Conway pulled that triple deke off, where Gordy Bombay got his revenge on Riley, it's goosebumps, man. What a privilege to be here. And guys, to close things off, you might recognize this diner, Mickey's Diner. This is where Charlie's mom is a waitress in the movie. We had to try it out, so let's do this. Hello. Yeah, it's great. This is the bar. This is so cool. I'm gonna try this out. Oh yeah. No! What do you think I was gonna sign? You guys asked me to sign the wall. Like, you think I'm gonna not be true to who I am? Screw the Wild, go Jets. See you guys.